Hey, Mike, how you doing? It's Kent Herbeck from the Minnesota Twins. Hey, I'm here and cameo request by your friends at the No Time for a podcast, apparently. They wanted to wish you a happy 45th birthday. Coming up here on the 23rd of May. Just a couple days after my birthday. My birthday is on the 21st, so that's pretty cool. But you got a ways to go to catch up to me, that's for sure. I turned a big 6'2" this year already, so I'm not slowing down. So you'll never catch me right now. But remember, birthdays are good. That's what I always heard. As soon as you quit having birthdays, then you're in trouble. But anyway, man, I understand you're a big Twins fan. That's pretty cool. I appreciate you cheering the Twins on. Having a pretty good year this year so far, so that's fun to watch them. And I understand you've been around a few ballparks watching the Twins play at different ballparks. That's fun. I've been to a couple myself. It's kind of neat to go to a different ballpark and watch them play. So, hey, I guess back when you were growing up, the 87 and 91 teams were fun to watch. Of course, they were. We had some bad years back then, too. But who doesn't remember 87 and 91? It's pretty fun times. So, hey, listen, Mike, you have a good one. Enjoy your birthday. Don't do anything I wouldn't do, but enjoy it. So take care, have a good one, and remember, go Twins. Take care, Mike. Have a happy birthday. Bye-bye.
They cut the hard line. There's no time. You're going to have to get to another exit.
See, he's got a keys around here.
No time for love, Dr. Jones.
No time for podcast.
I can't be bothered with that. I have no time for that sort of nonsense.
Peter.
Hello.
But we lost an Edgar and gained a Peter.
Yeah, I saw Edgar take his headphone off and then he just disappeared.
In disgust.
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna talk about sports. I'm getting out of here.
Rizer's pumped.
I'm pretty excited.
He's gonna just talk about his, Madden days, his wrestling days with Brutal Six.
Brutal Six, a myth.
Yeah, the myth and the legend.
And a legend.
5-time world champion, please.
Only 5 times, huh?
Well, he holds it for a long time.
That's true. He's no Ric Flair. That's all I'm saying.
Ric Flair, don't lose it right away. Just to win it.
Like 13-time world champion. It lasts about 2 weeks.
Nothing to be proud of, Russ.
Too funny.
I do have a hard stop around like 210, I think, 215, right around there, by the way.
All right.
There we go.
Well, if we can get the Edgar on with some, we can do some of the pre-planning stuff or whatever. But you guys got your docs open?
I got mine on my phone here. Yeah.
Word.
I just got here.
Oh, that's all right. I've been adding stuff to the docs. So I didn't know what pain points we wanted to talk about. So I was just starting to add things, and I'm like, oh, this is gonna.
Where's it?
We don't have to go over all of it. So.
Oh yeah.
So while we're waiting, I got the COVID, so I'm quarantined right now.
Oh yeah.
I'm at the end of it right now, but I've been home for 7 days. So what's that?
You did it.
Yeah. No, 2.5 years I made it, but finally hit. But luckily, the vaccination and the booster, I got really sick one night, but other than that, it's just been shitty. But I got to the bottom of the barrel because I've been just watching, because I can't leave my house. So I watched a movie called Six-Headed Shark Attack today.
There's still like new episodes of like The Boys or Stranger Things.
I burned all that already.
Okay, all right.
I've gone through everything good. And I was watching Blue Thunder. I'm halfway through Blue Thunder. I don't know if you remember that with
the helicopter movie.
The helicopter movie.
Yeah, with Roy Scheider.
Roy Scheider, yeah, and a very young Daniel Stern.
What?
Yeah, he's the sidekick.
Huh? I don't remember that at all.
Did they ever do a Nail Gun Massacre too? That's the question I have.
No, I don't think
so.
No,
but I do have the. I just bought the original recently on DVD. It's pricey. I think I spent like $45 for like it's not a bootleg copy, but it's like a reprinted copy. It's not the original. But I still have my original VHS tape in the case, and that's worth a bit of money.
Nice.
I gotta find this.
Trying to be there, but no video.
Yeah, you guys can't see me?
Can't see you, but we can hear you fine. So
I can hear
okay.
So
I don't know why.
Either way.
Yeah, my light's on. It tells me that the video's working, but yeah, I'm not seeing myself either. I blame society.
Yeah, that's probably societal.
I gotta find this stupid link to the doc. I can't remember.
It's in the calendar invite this time. I actually remember to put it in there. But
did it? Where? Join Zoom.
I think we're on episode 22, which is
22. Yeah.
Mind-boggling.
Nope, didn't like that one. Do not click more details. Yeah, because when I go to Google Docs, I just see the most recently opened, but I can't find list view.
And
At least stuff I've looked at, not stuff that I might be able to see.
if you go up to the search, you might be able to
Okay, I just had a different invite open.
type in podcast episode 22 and it might show up.
Okay, yep, I got it.
I was just making sure what episode we're on.
22, that's nuts. Is that accurate?
Well, we started at 19, so.
Oh.
So technically, we talked about hairball about half those times.
Just got to sneak them in there.
Yep. The Power Trip podcast actually had one of the lead singers from Hairball on this week, so I felt like I was being targeted. Very
Hairball somehow found me on Facebook because I got like like you get just advertisements now, and like I got an advertisement for like Hairball for like playing in a completely different city.
Nice, very nice.
I'm thinking about going on a road trip. Is what I'm trying to say.
I keep getting things on Facebook for like right wing, like like wearing protection, like body armor or like Patriot food, like for the
or tech specs.
Yeah, I just different random stuff like the tech vest, right, or like the artillery vest type thing. Like why me?
You might want to check your kid's search history. They might be feeding some cookies into the system.
Of course, it probably doesn't help. I look at the comments. That probably brings up more, I suppose. That's not me, I guess. Like, we got a sucker.
Yeah. And then when you open up Instagram, it's all just large-breasted women.
Mm-hmm. You too?
No, I'm more of a ass man, so.
Yeah. Ass and banana hammocks, huh?
No. I did buy the license plate, ass man, just to, ass man!
All right, we good?
I think we're good. Someone can intro it.
I'm eating, and I keep coughing.
All right. I can give it a shot for once. I don't usually do it. Ooh, there's two.
I'm sorry.
Oh my God. Jason Edgar's? I like the one on the right more.
He's a tad more handsome. Oh, the good one went away.
The good one went away? Shit, I closed the wrong one. Well, if you guys are okay without seeing me, I guess we'll just go from there.
Yeah, that's fine. We're probably gonna have to restart one time anyways, and then we can see your pretty face.
I was all set up to use my wife's MacBook, thinking that would be easier than my work laptop. But sure enough, it didn't work with the audio at all. But now I've got audio but no video on my work laptop, and I'm out of options.
That's all right. We've all been there. We've all had issues over time. All right, I will start. Welcome to episode 22 of the No Time for a Podcast. With your hosts today will be Peter Martin and Jeremy Bishop and Jason Edgar, and we will be talking about sports, mostly Minnesota sports. Good evening, gentlemen.
Hello.
Or afternoon, I guess.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. It's a little early to be drinking in the afternoon, but what is everybody drinking? Pete, you can go first.
Water, because I'm leaving here right after this and driving a bunch of kids. So
is it Dasani or tap?
It's tap. I'm not that fancy.
Jeremy, what are you drinking?
I'm water and Gatorade. It's been 7 days of water and Gatorade.
Are you preparing for that marathon?
Yeah, no, it's yeah. Edgar was here. I got the COVID, Edgar, so I'm home quarantined.
I'm sorry to hear that. Is this your first infection?
It's my first round with
with COVID, anyways.
With COVID, yeah. But it hasn't been that bad. I was vaccinated and boosted. It really hasn't been that bad. There was a couple of days where it was rough, but
no, you look like hell.
Yeah, well, I mean that's just normal.
This is going to be inappropriate, but how are the genital warts going?
They're clearing up real nice.
All right, good. How about you, Jason?
I didn't know genital warts was related to COVID.
No, I was just talking about the other viruses that he's contracted over the years.
Understood. Yeah. I'm drinking some whiskey, Irish whiskey with lemonade, a good summertime Saturday drink. Very nice.
I am drinking a Party Forward by Fair State, and is a hazy IPA. That's in Minneapolis.
You can have some of those tomorrow?
I will have some of those tomorrow, yeah. And some regular beer. I also got, Peter, I got you a 12-pack of your favorite beer. Don't tear up on screen. 12. I got you some Fat Squirrel.
Okay. Just good Sunday drinking.
I'm kidding. I got you the good stuff.
All right.
Where do we want to start on this? The madness that is Minnesota sports, I guess.
So can we just dive right into the Josh Donaldson thing and get some controversial opinions out of the way? Or is this not what this is about?
The new Josh Donaldson thing, or just Josh Donaldson in general?
Is there a new one other than what's going on in the last week?
I have no idea. I think just the last week is the newest that I've heard of. Yeah, what's your opinion? Go for it.
Jackie.
I don't want to get canceled. I'll let that one sit.
Now he's complaining that the Yankees aren't supporting him, and
Oh yeah, I saw that. Do you notice how none of the Twins have like brought up his name whatsoever this year at all? Like front office.
I get the sense he wasn't well liked in the clubhouse.
Does not seem that way. It seems like he was very critical of other players and stuff. But
Considering how he batted like 230 his whole time here, not a big leg to stand on.
His leg issues, were the calf related? Is that what it I can't remember what his leg issues exactly were, but
I don't know.
But I always kept him out.
Yeah, he didn't play a lot either. That was the other fun. So thank you, Yankees,
for taking some of that contract on.
Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt. What about the controversy for the Twins for the 4 guys that are unvaccinated and can't go to Toronto this week? Max Kepler.
Well, the laugh at Kepler's like, yeah, it's a shame we can't be there. It's like, well, you could. You had a choice.
Yeah, I don't know if any of the guys have publicly said why they're not vaccinated. And I know apparently the GM is an anti-vaxxer, so he wasn't really requiring or encouraging anyone to get vaccinated. But it just seems if you're getting paid millions of dollars, you'd make that concession to actually be able to play. But whatever.
Yeah, last year Simmons was the one on Twitter that just could not stop himself from the shortstop could not stop himself from posting every crazy theory out there. And so he seemed to be the one that took most of the brunt of the controversy last year, at least.
Yeah. Well, I didn't realize. I mean, I guess it makes sense. I saw today that those people aren't getting paid. They're foregoing their salary.
Yeah.
For those games, since it was a choice. I mean, it's tough. I mean, if you don't want to be, I guess, whatever. It is a personal decision, but if it's that or a couple $100,000, Kepler's going to miss out on at least $100,000 just for this one series. I'm like, yeah, I'll get a couple shots. Cool.
Yeah.
Baseball players don't exactly have the stereotype of being the smartest people on the planet.
Yeah.
I mean, it's higher than football players, but
it's hit or miss. Depends on the position for
football.
Depends
on the position. Yeah, that's true. Did you see that all the Blue Jays are vaccinated this year? There was one free agent that left that wasn't, and that's half the reason why they didn't re-sign him, I guess.
They played in Buffalo or whatever last year, right?
Yeah.
They couldn't play in Toronto.
Yeah. But this year, everybody on the team is vaccinated because they got to come here for half their games, basically. So
yeah.
And it works both ways. They have to be vaccinated to come into the U.S. as well.
Oh, I didn't realize that part.
Yeah. So
they'd be really hosed if they miss every game,
every half game, or for 3 weeks straight, because they're usually here for a while. They don't go straight back all the time. But all right, well, we got our hot takes out of the way. That's good. That's a good start. Good start. Pete or Jeremy, do you have any hot takes you want to get out of the way? How much you love Brutal Six, real quick.
I did do in preparation, since I'm not a big sports guy. I did some research, especially about the time I had on my hands. And I came across something called, in football, it's called a nickel package. And I also read that apparently the Vikings nickel package isn't worth 5 cents.
It's an oldie but a goodie, that one.
Yeah, it's never going to go away.
No. So, but the question is, how much would a dime package be worth? That's what the listeners want to know.
Especially our German listener.
Our one German listener. It's probably Max Kepler, guys.
It could be Kepler in the offseason, yeah.
I really think you should edit in here an aside explaining a nickel and dime package in the most condescending voice you can.
One's worth twice as much as the other. The end.
Well, we are kind of in the dog days of summer, right? Where NBA's wrapping up.
Yeah.
Hockey's wrapping up eventually. I can't believe how long the hockey playoffs are going.
Jesus. Yeah.
It's taking forever. They're just at game 2 of the conference championship. This thing's going to mid-July at this point.
They're not even the Stanley Cup playoffs yet. Oh my God.
No. I mean, I know the NBA started earlier, but hockey used to finish before them. But anyway, so I guess this time of year, it's always interesting or fun to talk about the Vikings. So what do we think happens this year?
I'm just going to go out on a limb and say I'm hugely optimistic for the Vikings this year. I think if a few key guys stay healthy, I think they win the division. I think they may win a playoff game or two. And I will probably come to regret saying that.
This is recorded, by the way.
This will be played back.
I'm already on record as having been drinking alcohol. So
You preface this by
yeah, seriously, I think if like Hunter and Zadarius Smith and Thielen, especially if those three guys with major issues with injury in the past, if those guys stay healthy and if everyone else kind of does what they do, and if the coach isn't a complete idiot, I really do think they could win the division. I think they got the talent. I'm totally bought in. I drank the Kool-Aid.
Wow.
Wow.
No, I think there's a chance. I don't know. I'd be curious to see what the Packers do because I don't know who Rodgers is throwing to.
Well, we don't have to worry about Adams this year, which is nice.
Yeah. And they lost, MVS.
Yeah.
Right. And then
I
I don't know. I mean, I know they drafted the dude from North Dakota, but arguably
6'5" guy.
Yeah, he's gonna be your number one. Oh, they did get some free agent, but I don't know.
So-
I don't think they got better.
I know I've mentioned this before about the Packers that I have an insider there because my boss's daughter is the trainer for the Packers. So in a staff meeting a couple days ago, my boss says that she's not supposed to say anything, but she heard from her daughter and they had a meeting and there was going to be a contract signing on Thursday. So I immediately thought, oh my God, they're signing like Beckham or some other major receiver. And my boss said, oh no, they're just signing my daughter to a new contract. Like, so they still don't have any receivers. Okay, that's good.
Well, yeah, they must have lost about 30 to 40% of their targets from last year, like 2 free agency.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'd be curious because Adams got a ton, right?
Yeah.
Somebody else. So I haven't done the math on that, but that'd be good to. That'd be a good post pod follow up.
Yeah, because that's something we do.
Yeah. Who's our fact checker?
That's Jeremy. He's
Jeremy's a fact checker.
yeah, he's checking the facts on the nickel and dime packages.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jeremy, there's also one called quarters. So
This is
quarters
new.
package. Yeah, that's a new one.
You're adding a whole new category to my humor.
Yeah, there's no half dollar.
There's no half dollar.
There is a halfback. So
There's
you
a
do get
half-
change.
Yep, and a fullback, and yeah.
But no, I agree. I think they have a chance to at least win the division. I think offensively, what we can't possibly be worse than the last few years, right? Right?
You can only hope that he's got some sort of offensive talent, but it's one of those it's hard to know because he didn't really call the plays, but he helped build the plays and stuff like that. So
Yeah, I mean, I
I'm
wasn't
curious.
I wasn't
I think just-
ecstatic about the draft, but I'm not a draft like a big college guy, so what do I know?
Just hearing about Cousins' relationship with Zimmer and how it seems as Cousins was just getting shit on constantly, even just making him feel somewhat comfortable might bring about a huge improvement in the offense. Who knows?
Yeah,
Just making Cousins feel like he's not about to get pulled or cut or shot in the alley after every bad pass. maybe he'll step up his game. Who knows? Statistically, he's probably already like the third best quarterback in Vikings history, which is really scary to think about.
damn.
Yeah, that is scary. Scary to think about that you've vested that much time in a team that's had really terrible quarterbacking. I mean, it's not the Bears, but it's damn close sometimes. What did you think of the draft in general, Edgar?
I liked it. I like the cornerbacks they got, the cornerback and safety. I think
Yeah.
they got an offensive lineman second round or fourth round. I think just the fact that it's not Zimmer drafting or not Spielman drafting the cornerbacks and offensive linemen will probably mean they're a lot better than what we've gotten in the past 10 years. So yeah, I think it'll all be good.
There was
Yeah.
some weird, falling back. He did very much Spielman things though, like
That's
dropping 20 spots and shit like that.
yeah.
The trade with the Packers in the second round did piss me off. But other than that, I thought the first round move back was good because they ended up getting a really good cornerback. And you needed to get a starting cornerback in the first round, no matter what position you were taking at.
Yeah, they need defensive depth for sure.
I think for me, it's just the mentality of trading back 20 spots to get a safety. It's like,
It's so sexy.
this is not exciting at all. Like we could have had Jameson Williams or whatever, but
Oh yeah, letting Detroit jump up and get him and stuff, that sucked too. But so we get to see him twice a year. That'll be fun. Jeremy, who would you have taken in the first round of the draft, Jeremy?
Yeah.
interesting.
You could just pick anybody. Joe Maduro girl, Brutal.
I wish I remembered her real name. I'd look her up.
I don't think you actually do it.
What's that?
I don't think you actually ever knew it.
No, I don't think I did either.
Yeah.
I think it would have taken away from the mystique if I knew what her real name was.
Yep.
Because the one time I talked to her was really disappointing.
It was probably like Lindsay or something. It was probably.
I heard she was enamored by the conversation, though.
Oh, too soon. That one still hurts.
I wonder if she calls you Grundle Boy.
You think?
You never know. Did she see the tattoo?
I showed the tattoo to everyone. So
Did you have the tattoo back then, though?
we got it when we were 25. It was 25. Wasn't it, Pete? 25.
Probably no. Yeah.
I think it was. I got them for each other for our birthday. We bought each other a tattoo for our birthdays.
Are you gonna do that again at 50?
All right, Pete's got me outclassed. I only have the one. Pete's got. I don't know if he has any more room for ink.
Yeah, they call me the Painted Man.
There's no more room in the lower back for any ink.
Lower back. That's the forehead. That's it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So what did we think of the Timberwolves and Wild playoff kind of debacles?
It's about, and that'll be a theme. Very, very Minnesota sports-esque. I feel like the Timberwolves, outside of the game where they got blown out, was like game 2. It felt like they were up about 90% of the game.
Oh yeah. They'd be up quarter 1, and then you get back to quarter 2, it'd be about halftime would be tied and get up again in third quarter. That was so painful to watch some of those games. Like Logan just kept leaving the room because he's just like, I can't do this. I gotta go. He's so traumatized by so many.
Yeah, it was hard. They absolutely could have and should have won that series. But you could say the same for the Wild.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the Wild. And I'm not any sort of big hockey guy, but I was actually watching some of those games when I felt like I wasn't jinxing the game. And as a tortured Minnesota sports fan, that's how I feel now. Like if they're losing when I'm watching, then I feel like I shouldn't watch. It's dumb. And then I miss a few good wins every once in a while. And
if they're winning and you haven't turned it on, you don't feel like you should start watching because they're doing well. You're like, yeah, well, I'll wait to see what happens.
So just like winning, I don't really watch a lot.
I mean, I gotta admit, I know nothing about hockey, and I've probably watched 10 minutes of the Wild all season. But it seems like their history has always been just an expectation that they're the Minnesota team. They're going to sell out the building regardless. So they never really took the on-rink product seriously. It seems like they're actually trying to put together a good team now, but they're still just flaming out in the first round of the playoffs no matter what. So I have no idea what is going on.
It was a big deal, right? Like a proven goaltender.
Yeah.
Tons of playoff experience.
Isn't he like 50 years old though? Hasn't he been around forever?
Yeah, he's been around forever. Yeah.
4, 05, something like that.
But they also have a legit superstar finally too. Like
finally, yeah.
Kaprizov, like you got to really go back to Gabrick maybe, and he probably wasn't a true superstar. Like that's how long ago.
He was a Minnesota level superstar, but not like
that's true, yeah. But like not a national guy that's gonna, score 3 goals in a playoff game, but that's what Kaprizov did. So
Kaprizov delivered. Like he actually, Fiala totally crapped the bed.
Yeah.
But Kaprizov actually delivered and like held up in the big games and the big moments. So
that's encouraging. That part's encouraging, yeah.
Yeah. And they just gotta not give up like 5 goals a game.
Yeah. What do you think? What do you think the Timberwolves have to do in the offseason here to try to get over the hump?
I think D'Angelo's got to go.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, he's the most likely to go. I don't know what kind of a trade value you're going to have for him, though. I've heard rumors or one proposition that was sending him and a package of other players and picks to Portland and getting Lillard. I don't think that's ever going to happen. I think the only I was looking at the trade machine the other day. The only option that I think made sense was sending him to the Knicks and taking back Julius Randle and Nerlens Noel, which is just a salary dump for the Knicks, just so that they can clear space to go after someone like Zion Williamson. But I don't know if that makes the Wolves any better. I don't know.
That could make them entertaining.
They're definitely bigger. They'd have a little more interior defense, which they definitely need.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
No, I think they're on the similar, like, getting the new president guy they got from Denver was, from everything I've read, it's a massive get. They paid up the wazoo for him, right?
Yeah.
But does that mean they're going to rebuild again, though? I mean, they change leadership every 3 years. Does that mean every 3 years somebody else has to come in and start trading away players and rebuilding the team?
There's a good core. They have good young cheap guys like McDaniel.
Edwards and McDaniel. That's it.
Yeah.
Um,
You can build around Ant pretty well. Like he's got superstar potential if he can continue to learn how to 3-point shoot and stuff.
no, I loved Edwards. I mean, I thought he was the difference, the reason they were an actually competent team this year.
And in games, yeah, for sure.
Because he brought swagger that Towns has always lacked, at least from what I've observed. I definitely watch a lot more Timberwolves.
Well, Towns got a weird swagger. Like he gets mad about just about everything, and I don't understand. Like people think he's a good player, and he just thinks everybody thinks he's a pile of whatever. But like he gets mad in the weirdest times in games.
Yeah, the
Makes
problem
no
is sometimes when he gets mad, he doesn't play better.
Yeah, he seems to play worse when he's mad. So like it's a terrible.
I mean, yeah, see the play-in game right against the Clippers when they were frustrating him, and what do you have like 3 or 4 points? I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah, how is that even possible? Like
I'm a third-team All-NBA guy. Like, yeah, I like when he's on, he's amazing. But my God, he's got.
If you have one rebound and a putback, that's 2 points right there.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, but then he'll come out and like, was it game one where he just destroyed the Grizzlies.
Yeah, no, he looked amazing in that game. Like there are times where he looks as good as some of the big men in the league, and there are other times where he seems to have lost.
It was a horribly like refereed series.
Yeah.
It was like regularly like 50 fouls.
Yeah.
But he got their bigs in trouble all the time, foul wise, right?
Yeah.
Jack fouled out in 1 or 2 games, and he killed Adams to the point where they refused to play Adams anymore.
No, I know. He was on the bench. That was crazy.
Yeah. After that first game, I mean, he just killed him. So like he can do that. He's got the mentality of a child and has to get that chip off his shoulder. But I'm cautiously optimistic about them.
Who else on that team currently, other than getting a free agent, you think can step up and make a big difference?
Well, hopefully McDaniel will keep getting better. Jaden McDaniels.
Yeah, he looks like he's got a chance.
Yeah. Prince had that weird run for like 2 weeks in February or March where he just looked like the best player on the team, just totally out of the blue. And maybe that's just because he knew free agency was coming and he had to put together a highlight reel tape. But I don't know if I'd want to invest in him long term at that position.
He's got, I don't know, something about his basketball game. He's got a weird, like Frankenstein-ish. Like doesn't seem very flexible. Something there is weird compared to the other guys on the team. I don't know. I would. Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know. I can't think of anybody else other than acquiring a free agent that can shoot the three a little bit. That would help the team a lot.
A 3-and-D guy.
I know Tyus Jones is a free agent, but I don't think the Wolves will be able to afford him. I think some team will offer him more money.
He looked decent in the playoff at times too. Yeah, when they played the.
He's never, I don't think he's ever been a regular starter, but he's had like the best assist to turnover ratio pretty much the last 4 years, whether in Minnesota or in Memphis. So he's really good at that. So you'd think given more minutes, maybe he'd do the same, but yeah, he's not going to put up huge scoring numbers.
No, but if you're able to offload D'Angelo, you might be able to get him somehow.
They have to figure out what they're going to do with Beasley too, because he's like a borderline starter guy.
Yeah. And
I think he struggled sometimes coming off the bench, but it'll be interesting. I mean, they got Vanderbilt too. I like V8. I thought he was a solid.
It seemed like Beasley did not like coming off the bench either. He wanted to be a starter too. So it'll be interesting to see how that shakes out.
I would love to see them go big and just, I know that everything is, you got to have 3-point shooters, but I would like to see them do what Cleveland did this year and just go big and just be able to put like 3 guys out who are 6'11" or bigger and just dominate inside.
Yeah. They had
throw it over the top like every play.
Yeah.
Control the boards. I wouldn't be disinterested, right? Because if a lot of teams don't do it, there's an advantage, even if it's not the common thing, right? I mean, Cleveland survived without a really strong offense because of that.
Yeah. And the Celtics are kind of doing it different than a lot of the teams have been doing it too. So there's probably more ways of winning than people are getting credit for right now.
But yeah, I'm optimistic. I mean, I think they won't be, next year. I don't know what they'll do off season wise. I think they got to move. Yeah. Like Russell and or Beasley and maybe get, like you're saying, Edgar, get another big, but we'll see. I'm no GM.
I'm just really looking forward to Glenn Taylor no longer owning this team because I'm so sick of seeing him sitting next to the coach at every home game. He's the only owner in the league who sits there. And if I'm the coach, I don't want the owner that close to me while I'm trying to do my job. That's just annoying.
What did you think of all the weird protests?
The chicken protest?
Yeah.
I think my favorite was the last one where the guy jumped over the seats like right next to Taylor. I think he even kind of hit Taylor as he was going over him. Glenn didn't react at all. He never moved, just sat there without moving.
Was that the guy or the woman? The woman.
I think it was a woman last time.
He just got leveled. It was amazing.
Yeah. Got Goldberg spiked.
Oh yeah, she got lit up.
Yeah.
That dude was like a hero on like Twitter and stuff. Bunch of like tweets about it. It was hilarious.
Yeah, he was just sitting in the front row, like in the same area. He was like not far away.
And just looking at the woman, he's like, he knew something was going on. Like he just kept looking. That's why he was there within like a second.
Do you think if Jeremy would have been sitting in the front row, people would have been like, what is this guy doing here?
He never would have got down that far.
Even if I was given the seat in the chicken, I wouldn't have shown up.
Hey.
Some guy just comes and power bombs him in the middle of the court. Just bam.
We'll have to have a follow-up explaining to Bruiser what we're talking about here. He probably has no idea.
I haven't.
But there was a protester who tried to glue her hand to the court on one of the games.
Oh, all right.
And then another one, she tried to like chain herself to the basket support.
Yeah.
And then the third one, she jumped over next to where the owner was sitting and got taken down.
Hard, really.
Because
hard.
apparently the owner of the Timberwolves also slaughters dubious amounts of chicken in his downtime as another business project.
He's a busy guy, owns tons of companies, but his personal favorite thing to do is just kill chickens with his bare hands.
He personally goes in. Allegedly.
That's why choking the chicken was trending on Twitter that week. If you were wondering why.
What was the t-shirts? I think you posted one, old man, right? The
Thunder chickens, yeah. Timber chickens, there are a couple different ones. There's a couple good ones. I thought about getting Jeremy a new t-shirt, and he had no idea why.
I'd still wear it though.
Well, talks about chickens, so
it's also a free t-shirt. Come on, guys.
Yeah.
He's still wearing a Goldfinger hoodie every once in a while.
I am.
So he's gonna wear a brand new t-shirt, like nobody's business.
I wear the Goldfinger hoodie to the co-op to work sometimes, and all the kids, because it's got the cool design on the front, all the kids there, they all ask about it, and they're like, one guy asked me if that's like Goldfinger, the villain from the Bond films. And
you just said yep.
I just said yep. Just kept on walking. But yeah, it's hard. It's like when I explain to them, like most of the kids that ask about it, like I've owned this sweatshirt for longer than you've been alive. Like I've had it for. When did you get that for me, Pete? You got that? We were probably like 20.
Yeah, something like that. I don't think
you don't want to have to explain early 2000s pop punk to children.
No, they did. Goldfinger did post during pandemic a bunch of videos of them Zoom playing songs together.
Nice.
From the old albums.
Yeah, Ike Riley did that with like family members. Like I think his sons are into music now too, so they kind of do like a Ike Riley family or a Riley family kind of Zoom meetings and stuff like that. It was kind of fun to watch.
I'll try to find that.
Pat McCurdy did it too. He did like shows from his garage apparently.
The extended Edgar family would do that on Zoom during the pandemic. We would all just sit quietly in our squares and look at each other. that was for you, Jeremy.
Just look at each other and judge.
Quietly judge each other. Oh, nice. Well, we got about less than a minute, so we're gonna. This is the time to talk about the loons, Pete. Go for it.
The loons are
terrible.
What are they?
Irrelevant.
What? I can't tell if he's serious.
Is that the Minnesota United? Are they the Loons?
Yeah, the United. Yep.
Okay, I learned something today. Why do soccer teams have to have 3 names?
It's because they're
tradition.
Symbol's a loon. I don't know, silly man. No, they're a typical Minnesota sports team. They're never going to be horrible, and they will. I mean, the Timberwolves aside for about 15 years, but they will never probably get over the hump of, like the Seattle team kills them, owns them. It's like the Yankees and the Twins.
The Timbers, yeah.
There's no time for last requests.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Look, Betty, I've got no time for games today. Now,
there's no time for a bench test. Heat 'em up.